Hi there, everyone. Welcome to episode 588 of the Mike from Maine Show, the place where we do daily interviews with successful online entrepreneurs. This is your host, Mike Thomas, and today on the show we have Andrea Fulton on, and we're going to be talking about how she's making between $11,000 to $25,000 per week selling solo ads. Now I know that sounds like a lot, and it wasn't always like that from the beginning. We're going to talk about how you can copy what she's doing without even having an email list and start making between $45 to $150 per day without a list, without a website, using a method that uses other people's traffic to make money with. Let's get into it. Here's Andrea. We are here today with Andrea Fulton. Andrea, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're very welcome. Andrea is a professional solo ad seller. She is a provider of traffic for so many different businesses out there. Has been doing it for many years now. Tell us a little bit about your business and how it all works.
Well, basically, I have a very large list of subscribers that I use to mail out to my customers. They need targeted traffic to their offers, and they come to me when they really want to boost the size of their list or make some affiliate sales. They'll come to me and buy some traffic, and I deliver it, and all goes well.
Now, the delivery aspect, I know that's something that you've been in the delivery business for quite a while now in your old life. Tell us a little bit about that.
I actually, before I came online, I was a FedEx delivery driver for 6 years. And I had actually dabbled online a little bit here and there, but none of it ever actually made sense or clicked in. So I just stayed with my regular job, and I was always trying to find the out way, trying to find that way, because I knew there was a way to make money online. I just knew it. But I did that every day. It was 12, 15 hours a day out on the delivery truck. So it was paycheck to paycheck still. It was awesome.
And in your paychecks now, I was actually discussing this with Andrea before the interview started. I was like, Andrea, we're not hypey here on my show. I just want to talk about the facts. And I said to her, I was like, but when the facts are good, there's no harm in talking about them. So tell us, how much money are you currently making a week from your business?
As of right now, I'm at the $15,000 a week range.
Wow.
It can go anywhere from 11 to my highest has been $25,000 a week in selling traffic.
That's crazy, but I'm sure it's impossible to start at that level. So,
oh, yeah.
How long did it take you to get to the point where you were making like $500 a week or $1,000 a week? What was that journey like?
I've really been doing this for about 7 years in total. I think my first 2 years, I may have made $500 total in those first 2 years. And then, I started really catching on and learning and seeing what everything was all about. And I think the very first time I made over $500, I mailed for a ClickBank product. And that was like February of 2011, I think was like the first 10 maybe. I made like $500 on mailing for a ClickBank offer. And I was like, oh my God, I was totally stoked. I was the proudest person in the world to take that $500 check to the bank. So.
No, that's the first time you actually make some real money online, whether it's $1 or $500. It's fantastic. That was 2011. So yeah. From that point on, was it how slow was that process? How fast was the process of getting from that point to where you are now? I mean, that's a big difference. $500 in one week to $11,000 to $25,000 in a week. How were you able to do that?
I really just kept up with what was going on in my area and the spectrum of people, and then people started talking about solo ads. And I thought, that's really cool. Like I can mail for this offer and make a certain amount of money per click, and it's guaranteed, and I can give these people, I can help them build their lists. I can help them make affiliate sales. And so I went from being just an affiliate, from mailing from random offers and making a couple sales here and there, to selling solos. And then we had a solo ad Rolodex that was released by David Eisner way back in the day, and I was actually listed on it, and then that just kind of took off, and it went from there, and it just grew and grew and grew because so many people saw the benefit of solo ads, and how amazingly quick you could just buy a little bit of traffic and build your list or make an affiliate sale so easily. So it really took off.
And I know that sometimes, especially in the beginning, you had sometimes when you would, the orders would come in, you started blowing up, you were included in David Eisner's solo ad Rolodex, and people would just want traffic from you, and probably the demand was more than the supply.
Yeah.
There are some tricks I think that you used in order to meet that demand.
Yes. After a while, it did start to get really outrageous. And of course, coming from nothing, and now all of a sudden I've managed to build something online. I'm like, I've got to fulfill these orders. I've got to make these people happy. So I thought, how can I do that? I'm like, well, I'll buy other traffic from other sellers, and I'll get all the orders fulfilled. No, I didn't make as large of a profit, but I did make more than I would have by not selling it at all. So I did start utilizing the other sellers and buying traffic from them and getting all my orders delivered.
That brings us to the product that we're going to be talking about today, Solo Ad Arbitrage 2.0 or 2. It says here on the sales page, make $45 to $150 a day starting today. No list, no website, free and easy to do. So what's this all about, Andrea?
It's basically about, starting to brand yourself as a solo ad seller and start the free and easy way to make, I know you're not going to make $500 or $1,000 right out the door, but you're going to start building up to get to this point. You're going to be able to, it's going to show you everything, how to start working. I'm losing my words. It's going to be able to show you how to begin selling solo ads, where you can reach out to people, where to find the buyers, where are they, and how to get them to come to you to buy your traffic. And it's also going to show you how, without having a list, because you do not need a list to do this, I'm going to show you how to go to other people and buy their traffic and keep a profit from each and every sale that you make.
So you don't even need to have your own email list. I think that's one of the things that really stops people is in the beginning, they see the solo ad business and they're like, okay, I get that. I get that I can go out there and sell traffic, but I need to have a list in order to do that first. With this, you don't even need to necessarily go out there and spend a ton of money to buy that list. You can actually sell other people's traffic, take that kind of cut in the middle, and if you want to, which I would probably suggest people do, is take that cut and invest that back into your own business so that you can start building your own list so that you don't need to buy traffic from other people anymore or as much traffic from others.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's definitely a big advantage of it, is that you really are going to spend nothing to build your own list. If you start out this way and you take your profits that you make and you reinvest that into building your own list, eventually you're going to have a list big enough where you can either start delivering all the traffic or part of the traffic and keeping more of the profit for yourself.
One of the most important things, and one of the things that I see over and over again from successful entrepreneurs, is that they know the value of taking some of the money that they make and investing it back into their business. Now, it doesn't have to be all of it, but the ones that invest more, the ones that are able to say, okay, I'm gonna keep on doing my day job and I'm gonna do my online marketing job and just keep on reinvesting back in that growth. You're just gonna keep on seeing that growth, and maybe this month you make $100, next month you make $300, $500, $1,000. It's those people that I see having success.
Yes. Definitely. And that's the way a lot of the, the bigger IMers have done it. They've taken what little profits they made and turned around and invested it to rebuilding their, building their list bigger or doing whatever they had to do to make sure that they just kept growing on a regular basis.
What kind of tools do I need to buy in order to make this work? Like, do we need an Aweber account? Like, do we need squeeze pages? Like, how's this all work?
You will not need to buy anything right off the bat. Most things have free trials. For instance, Get Response has 1 month free. If you want to start, when you're ready to start building your list and doing that part, you have the option of getting a free Get Response account. As far as tools you'll need, there's plenty of free tracking software. You'll need tracking software to make sure that you're delivering the clicks, and you can show stats to your customer at the end, like, here you go, I delivered your 100 clicks, thank you very much, and you can show them proof. You would want to build a solo ad page, a sales page, so that you can advertise it out there, show people that you have solos for sale. You do not have to buy website and hosting for that. You can use something free like WordPress.com, some kind of free blogging platform in order to get a page up. I do include in the guide coupon codes to get a free month of hosting from HostGator, and a place that you can get coupon codes for Namecheap so that you can buy a cheaper domain if you choose to go that route. Trying to think of anything else.
And I think that if anyone that is serious about this, if you don't have a website, if you don't have hosting, just basic things, like, you should at least have that. It's not going to cost you a lot of money. I think people get a little bit scared of it, especially if it's your first website, but you can easily outsource it. I think you could probably find someone on Fiverr if you just give them your hosting password and your domain, to say, hey, can you install this for me? I bet there's tons of people out there that can do that kind of technical stuff for you.
There are, yes. I've already looked, and there are a ton of people that, will install a WordPress for you or help you set up a support desk. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff, and they'll all do it for $5. So it's cheaper than going and buying a Big Mac, seriously.
No, yeah, definitely. And okay, so to get started with this, it sounds like it can be as little as nothing to get started. Right. Like, when you go out there and you sell the traffic to someone, you sell it first, and then you pay for it. So you don't have to go out there and, like, buy a ton of traffic and then hope that someone is going to actually pay for it.
Right. This way you're getting paid first for the traffic you're going to sell. Also, when somebody contacts you and wants to buy a solo, most of the time they're expecting that you're going to be a few days out. They aren't going to expect you to send it right this very second. So you've got a few days, and that way you can get with your vendor right away, the person who's going to deliver your traffic for you. You can set up a date and time and get everything organized well before the customer is ready for their traffic.
What about, you hear sometimes in the solo ad industry, nightmare stories of buying traffic from someone. The traffic ends up being mobile clicks from India, and it just isn't. It's not coming from the first tier countries where the United States, UK, Canada, Australia, where people usually want the traffic to be coming from because it usually has more buyers in it. What happens if you sell someone traffic and then they come back and say, this is crap, I want my money back? How do you prevent that from happening?
Most of the time, most people will work with you. I mean, if you have something like that happen, and your customer comes to you with complaints, you do what you can in your power to fix it. You go back to the seller, you try to find out what happened. What was the clicks that they sold you bad, or did the person's squeeze page just not convert? It's really all about customer service and dealing with your customer. If you are open and you talk to them, you keep a very pleasant customer service type attitude, you are not going to have problems with them regardless of what happened. If you want to work with them, help deliver them some more traffic, and go over what the problem could have been, most people are more than welcome to take your advice, because they see you, when you've sold them a solo, they see you as a professional. And so when you offer them advice on well, this is what could happen, or, maybe this happened or that, and you've got all these answers, that really helps to comfort the person and make them know that, you're not out to get them, you're there to help them. And they are really receptive to that.
How much can I sell clicks for, and how much can I buy clicks for? So should I be selling them for like 60 cents and buying them at 50 cents? Like what are some realistic numbers here that we can buy and sell at?
Well, quite honestly, in the very beginning, your first couple sales, you should probably not even try to make a profit. I mean, if you do, great, because you want the testimonial. Mm-hmm. The testimonial is huge. So try to give them a good discount, or your cost in order to get those testimonials. Once you have those, your sales are going to come a lot easier. So the first couple, no. Prices range anywhere from 35 to 80 cents. I mean, there's really a huge margin on what people are charging for solo ads. Preferably, don't ever go under 35 cents because generally you could be getting into some pretty sketchy territory. So you're going to want to sell, whatever you feel comfortable doing. If you find a vendor that's willing to work with you and is going to charge you 40 cents a click, start out at 50, 55. And the numbers can change, and depending on your vendor, and, just keep up with that. You always want to try to get a small profit out of it, except for maybe those first couple sales.
Yeah, because you have to. It's like anything. You have to get that trust from your customers. You need to make it so that they know that they're gonna buy 50 clicks from you or 100 clicks from you, just to kind of try you out, and then maybe they'll come back in the future. You're gonna have those testimonials. You're gonna be able to point them to those testimonials. You're gonna be able to demand higher prices because of that trust and experience that you've been able to attain through actually doing it.
Yes.
Cool.
Definitely.
Cool. Okay. So if someone wants to get started with this, they want to do their first kind of sell. They want to do it. They want to jump in and have their first success with this. Give me a little rundown of what you would tell them to do to get started.
Basically, the very first thing they're going to do is start to advertise. We offer a full list of all the Facebook groups and everywhere that is, pertinent, the Warrior Forum, places where they can advertise their service for sale. Once their customer contacts them, they work with them to figure out how many clicks the customer wants, the price, and when the solo will be delivered. At that point, they contact the person that's going to be delivering the traffic, and they get everything sorted out with him on their end. And then you wait for the traffic to be delivered. And then once the traffic's delivered, you go ahead and you contact your customer again, and you say, you're all set. Here's your results. If you need anything else in the future, please let me know. If you could leave a testimonial or have any feedback, also leave that. And then that's basically the whole process.
And then repeat, rinse and repeat.
Rinse and repeat over and over and over again, yes. And it just keeps growing and building. And believe me, word of mouth is the hugest part of this. So, if you sell a great solo to guy A, he is going to be like, dude, I got the best traffic off of him. You really need to go see him. I know in my experience, I have had tons of people, oh, so-and-so sent me over to see you. They said you have great traffic. Okay, and so you just want to make sure your customers are happy at all time, and it will just keep going and going and going.
Traffic is like a drug. Like everyone, when they find out where they can get it, they're just all going to come to you, and you're going to get those buyers coming in over and over again. Andrea, if someone decides that they want to pick this up, this is something that they're interested in pursuing. Once they make their purchase, what exactly are they going to be getting inside? Is it videos? Is it a PDF? Or what's inside there?
If they make the purchase of our $9 dime sale product, they're going to get the PDF. They're going to get a video of me reading them the entire PDF, just in case they want to watch. They're also going to get an audio version of it if they just want to listen to it on something.
Cool. And one-time offers?
One-time offers, we have the first one-time offer is $19.95, and it is basically you're going to get a list of solo ad sellers that are prepared and waiting for you to come buy traffic to fulfill your orders. These are handpicked by me. They are the ones that I know without a shadow of a doubt will deliver you good traffic. You will not have issues with bots or any kind of craziness. They are definitely the top of the line sellers that will be able to give you the best, including me. There's also the full list of Facebook groups, all the groups that you can go and post into, and you know, at first get an example of what the posts look like, and there's buyers and sellers in there. So you post your advertisement, you know, you've got clicks for sale. It's an entire list, and it's huge and massive, plus a couple tips on how to work the whole Facebook aspect of it. And then also I'm going to give a bonus pack of PLR items that are set up basically so that, you know, you can offer a special bonus to your customers for purchasing from you, which is something that not a lot of sellers are doing right now, is offering a little extra with their clicks. So this will help you get some new buyers.
Oh, so you're just like, hey, thanks for purchasing from me. Here's a little gift from me, and they
Exactly.
might, and they're like, oh, cool, okay, thanks. Like you're going beyond. You're delivering real customer service and not just treating them as PayPal money coming into your account.
Exactly.
Cool.
And then we have OTO2, which is a pre-made solo ad seller's template in HTML form that you can put up and edit for yourself, or again, hire somebody on Fiverr for $5 to make it, you know, edit it all out for you. And that way you have somewhere to start with a sales page, and you don't have to worry anything about that. Plus we have a Facebook mastermind group where it will be me and Jeremy, along with all of my recommended solo ad sellers that I know will take care of you. You'll be able to come in there and ask questions, get help, you know, really anything you need. Share ideas or thoughts of how to do one thing better than the other, or whatever works for you. And then we also are going to have a training webinar that is going to be scheduled for very shortly, you know, afterwards. Make sure that everybody's able to get on it. And basically we're going to go over, you know, just a lot of the aspects in real time with some Q&A and some other interesting surprises. So we're working on exactly what those surprises are going to be for you guys. But
cool.
That will be the $47 OTO2.
Andrea, thank you so much for coming on the show today. Is there anything else, anything that we missed, anything you wanted to mention, any last words before we wrap it up?
My one favorite last word is don't give up, because I know I almost did quite a few times, and if I would have never be here today. Sometimes there's a struggle, sometimes it's awesome, but either way, just keep pushing forward and you will make it, because the gurus are the guys who never gave up.
Great last words. Again, thank you so much for coming on, and best of luck with your launch.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I hope you enjoyed the interview today with Andrea. If you are interested in picking up Solo Ad Arbitrage 2, come back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern on Monday, March 16th. You're going to be able to pick it up at its lowest price along with my special bonuses. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.